Hello, and welcome to the webinar on choosing a major, what you need to know, a workshop for undecided students. My name is Sarah Miller. I'm one of the AmeriCorps College Completion Coaches here with Southern State. Give me 6 hours to chop down a tree, and I'll spend the first 4 sharpening the axe. Abraham Lincoln. This quote is a metaphor reminding us that anything we seek to do well requires a commitment and time to prepare for the task. For example, nursing students are currently preparing or sharpening their blades to become good nurses, cutting down the tree. Choosing a major takes time. A recent study has found that the sooner students connect to a program of study, the more likely they are to complete a degree, which is why you need to begin taking the steps now to make that decision. Education does pay. This chart shows the unemployment rates and median weekly earnings for 2011, broken down by education level. There is an obvious correlation between education level, unemployment rates, and their weekly earnings. That's to say that the higher the education, the lower the unemployment rate, and the higher the weekly earnings. There's a myth saying that students are at a disadvantage who enter college as undecided. Well, nearly 1/3 of students enter college as undecided, and the 60 to 70% of those who enter with a major will change majors at least once. So those entering as undecided have the opportunity to explore majors and make an informed decision when they finally do settle on one. They may learn about a major they had never considered before, or discover that the class they loved in high school is nothing like the academic major. Another myth, that a specific major leads to a specific career. Research indicates that only 50% of college graduates report a close relationship between their major and their job. Most majors will develop a broad range of skills that transfer to a variety of careers. Research also shows that people will change careers a minimum of 3 to 5 times over their lifespan. A myth that liberal arts students are less successful than students in specific majors such as engineering, business, or other professional fields is just a myth. The fact is that many employers find the critical thinking and communication skills of liberal arts majors very valuable, especially when enhanced by extracurricular or internship experiences. There are 3 kinds of majors: career-specific, career-related, and non-career related. Career-specific majors prepare you for a particular job or occupation. The degree will also prepare someone for licensure or certification in a profession or for highly specialized fields. For example, education, social work, and engineering. Career-related majors are aimed at a specific field of employment but not a particular job. They usually enter employment as a trainee or an entry-level position. For example, journalism, general business, sports management, exercise physiology, telecommunications, or family studies. Non-career specific are not oriented toward employment in a specific career or particular field. These are combined with related experiences and result in a career-related degree. You need to consider that the name of your major is a very thin line on your resume. The largest part of your resume is what you've done. It's more about who you are than what your degree is. You'll be more employable if you allow both your college experiences and your major develop the qualities and skills that employers seek the most. Here are the top 10 qualities and skills employers seek. Communication skills, verbal and written, honesty and integrity, strong work ethic, analytical skills, flexibility and adaptability, interpersonal skills, being able to relate well with others, motivation and initiative, computer skills, detail-oriented, and organizational skills. Here's some ways how to obtain and demonstrate these qualities. By participating in student organizations, having a summer job, community service and volunteering, campus jobs, internships, course projects and papers, and of course a transcript reflects quality work. You want to do your best to get the best possible GPA since you only have one chance and then you're stuck with the grades you earn. Three steps to choosing a major. Number 1, assess your interests, your abilities, and your values. Step 2, explore majors and careers. Step 3, narrow your choices, select your major, and develop experience. It's important that you take careful consideration of your career choice, as research indicates that 80% of people are unhappy in their current position for one reason or another. And there's no doubt we all want to be one of the 20% that love their job. Try to discover yourself via others. Talk to those who know you best. What insights do they have about your strengths and your weaknesses? Take note of what insights they have, but don't let anyone tell you what you should do, because no one knows better than you what makes you happy. How do we know ourselves? Well, identify your interests and abilities and your values. Take advantage of useful career decision tools provided in your IPEC binder, Section 3, to help you do this. And take the online assessment. Here I've shown you PrincetonReview.com. You'll need to register and create a password. But there's also several other links in your IPEC binder, Section 3, different links to online assessments that will help you find your values and your interest and assess your abilities. Even if you have chosen a major, it's still a good idea to take the assessments. They can reaffirm your decision. They may spark further interest that could complement your current major. The final step to self-assessment is to meet with General Advisor to help you interpret the information you have gathered. You can also meet with Tom Payton, our career counselor here at Southern State, to keep you apprised of the job market and help you find out what career best fits you. Meet with designated faculty members once you have declared a major to make sure you stay on course. Remember that faculty advisors are excellent resources. You should never hesitate to seek them out with any questions you have about your major or what to expect as far as careers with your major upon graduation. Explore majors and careers. Become familiar with degrees offered at Southern State. What certificate programs are available? What opportunities are available for obtaining bachelor degrees through partnerships and articulation agreements between Southern State and other institutions of higher learning? You can find the various articulation agreements that Southern State has with four-year institutions on their website. If you do plan on transferring to a four-year college with an associate's from Southern State and you're not currently seeking a degree with the transfer module, you'll need to meet with an advisor to make sure your associate's degree will transfer completely. It is important to choose and contact advisors at the four-year college as soon as you are decided so that you can ensure that you are choosing an associate's that will transfer completely. If you neglect to do this, you may find yourself retaking classes and wasting all of your time. Take out your IPAC binders and turn to the last page of Section 3. Here you'll find a list of majors. Start by crossing off those that you know for sure you have no interest in, and then circle those that you would like to know more about. Which certificates are interesting to you? How do these majors, minors, and certificates relate to the information you have learned about yourself in Step 1? Keep in mind that many programs have selective admission requirements and deadlines that can impact your options for majors. For example, nursing and medical assisting. Gather information on your majors of interest. What are the classes that you would have to take? Check the program outline and read the titles of the classes, and use course descriptions from the online Southern State catalog. Find out if there are specific requirements to get accepted into this major or program, and be sure of any restrictions that will disqualify you, such as criminal background. And if you're not sure, ask an advisor. Try asking yourself, is your GPA sufficient for gaining entry into this major in a reasonable time frame? If the major is selective, what other majors are related or similar to this major? And consider trying out an introductory course in the major to see how you enjoy it. Explore careers by consulting the online career and interest assessments found in your IPAC binder, the Southern State catalog under the program descriptions, give you a list of careers related to each major, Southern State Career Center with Tom Payton, and faculty advisors in the majors you are interested in. These can be found on the back of your degree audit reports. Thank you for joining me on this webinar. If you have any questions, please contact an advisor or a coach, and they will help you get through the process of choosing a major.